Okay, you beautiful human. Happy Thursday. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. If you're new to the Coach's Corner and you're like, man, Brent and Andrew get really excited when they see the people on the Coach's Corner. We do. Absolutely love our people on the Coach's Corner. Right, Miss Rose? Rose is out of the Philippines. It is 10 o'clock at night for her, and she loves the Coach's Corner. And we love her. So, all right. Just so everybody knows, if you're in our company, Dr. Plant, it's Dr. Plant's birthday. How would you like to be the chief science officer named Dr. Plant? You think he did that on purpose as a baby? Just kidding. It's his real name. Okay. It's also Andrew Rosser's um, Maddie Mae's birthday today. Now, Maddie Mae does everybody know what Maddie Mae? Yes.
Do you
Gold,
know, Coach, though? I feel like you're
golden
struggling right
doodle.
now with her breed.
No, golden doodle.
Okay,
Okay.
good job.
Yes, I did good. I did good. All right. The word for today is trustfulness. Okay. Now, I really love this word. You might have to think a little bit about you. Okay. This is a little bit of thinking time. Don't raise your hand or you don't have to answer in the comments, but are you a person that is quick to trust? Or are you a person that is more cross your arms, lean in, look, analyze with a little bit of skepticism at first, because maybe at one point in your life, somebody wronged you, a person, a company, and you're like, oh, I don't know if I can trust again. I call it PTSD, right? So, trustfulness, we're about to hit this morning, okay, for all of us people out there that struggle. It's the quality, it's the quality of my notes just messed up. It's the quality of being willing to trust, believe in, and have confidence in someone or something. Okay. And what I find as I've lived 50 years of my life is the older I get, the more of a challenge because I've lived life, right? I've had a little hiccup in the stock market before. So does that mean I don't trust it? I've had a little hiccup in cryptocurrency. Does it mean I don't trust it anymore? I've had a little hiccup in business. Does it mean I don't do business anymore? What about a person? I had a person that wronged me that's in the federal penitentiary today. That's just real talk. Does that mean I don't trust humans anymore? I don't know. I hope not. Because the greatest history book of all time, in my opinion, the Bible, you think Jesus was wronged? You think people might have done things, but he had to continue walking down the road, right? So, what about us? Like, here's what it means, in my opinion. Trustfulness is not being naive or ignoring red flags. That's not what it is. It's having a heart and a mindset that are open. It's kind of like a parachute. It only works if it's open. What if you kept you jumped out and you kept it closed? Not a great idea, ladies and gentlemen. But our mind's that way. If I walk around all my life with this, there's going to be opportunities to advance, to grow in the business, to grow in relationships, to grow in everything that I miss because I'm not willing to trust. And I remember Sheila Balkowski, great example. Long time ago, several years ago, came to us. What a blessing from God. And I remember the only thing that I could give them was, you know what? I'll have to earn your trust over time. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm just here to be your friend and be a good business partner. And I'll have to earn that over time. Hopefully, I have a little bit in the last couple of years. But it's having that heart that I go, you know what? For me to grow, Brent Palmer to grow, right? For life to work in my favor, I have to let the past be a lesson and the present and the future be a gift. I've got to lean into it. I've got to trust. I got to be willing to be a kid like opening a gift. So here's the thing. Trustfulness shows up when you believe in the process before you get the results. If it's business, we all want the big paychecks. There's no one doing business that's like, you know what, I want a little paycheck. Come on. No one's saying that. But what is the challenge? Trust. Sometimes I got to go all out on the process before the check happens. And that's hard for people. You're telling me I got to go and travel and do and spend money before I make the big paycheck? Yes. It's called trusting the process. You know, I think about Karen Hill. She's on here. Karen drove from Canada all the way, her and her husband, to Nashville, Tennessee just the other day. You think they spent money on travel? You think they spent money on hotels? You think they spent an investment? They didn't make that money on that trip, but oh, will they? Trust the process. And the other thing is give people the opportunity to rise. And Andrew, I'm going to turn it to you because I'm out of time. Guys, be trustful. When you see people around you growing, trying to elevate their game, please, please, please don't get scorned by it. Don't be upset by it. Don't be jealous by it. Don't let your ego or my ego get in the way of it. Let them go. Let them fly like an eagle. Guys, think about it. You know, I'm not a scholar of the Bible, but I love it and I believe in it. And I'll say this, man, did Jesus and the people in that, they let their people go. They let their people fly. They let their people grow, right? And so many times, trustfulness, it takes trust to say, go be better than me. Go fly. Go soar like an eagle. And I'm going to be so proud to watch you. So that's my lesson today for myself. Like, I don't know if it makes sense. Hopefully, you got something from it. Andrew, I'll turn it to you.
Well, great lesson, coach. And yes, it is my favorite child's birthday today, but also more important than that, it's one of our Coaches Corner communities. So April McCormack, I don't know if you saw that, coach, but it's her birthday and she's here today. So we're going to sing to
I did not
her.
see. Oh my gosh.
Yes, yes, yes. So happy birthday, April. We're so
I'll get
excited
my
to
voice ready.
yeah, you start warming
Okay.
up,
Okay.
go through the scales. What's that called? So I love this word. It came out of our book. So thank you again, Pat. Love that. I had never heard this as a word before. So it was fun to look into. So the quote that I found was trustfulness is not weakness, it is courage with an open hand. And when I see that, when I thought about that and kind of going back to your lesson, coach, like, isn't it fear when we make the choice not to trust, right? When we're too scared. We're too afraid to trust the process. We're too afraid to trust the person. We're too afraid to trust the zip line. Like it's fear that stops us from so many spaces. So what I asked or looked into was, okay, if I want to have more trustfulness, if I want to be more trustful, how do I grow that? Like, how do I grow this? We're going to call it a muscle. I don't know how to make this a verb, so just bear with me. But how do I grow it? So, first of all, I've got to start with trusting myself. And if I can't trust me, if I can't keep my own promises, if I can't rely on myself to, not self-abandon and all of that good stuff, if I can't trust that, well, then dang, isn't it hard to trust somebody else? Right? Because I'm like, if I can't count on me, how in the world am I going to count on you? So first, I've got to lean into that and figure out how to trust me and to keep my own promises and all of that good stuff right here. And then number two, I've got to let discernment lead. Because you know what? Coach is right, right? A gentleman that we both worked with is in the federal penitentiary. And we have to know that we can't necessarily trust everybody, but we were blessed with discernment. And so, if we can lean into that discernment, but not necessarily fear, then we can live in wisdom because wisdom is what tells us to pay attention, not necessarily shut down. That's fear. When fear says, nope, that's more fear. But if our wisdom says, let me analyze this a little bit. Let me think about this a little bit. Let me do a little due diligence. That's our discernment. So lean into that, not the fear. Number three is to stop. And again, this goes back to what you said, coach. Stop making everybody pay for what one person did. Right? The stock market did something, so I'm never going to invest again. Like all the things that coach talked about. I think a lot of us can live in this space where we're like, well, this one bad thing happened, so I am going to shut down in all of these different spaces. But we've got to realize that that was just one thing, one person, one whatever, and I can open up and be trusting in other spaces. Number four is I've got to also give people room to be human. So nobody is going to build trust perfectly. I'm not going to keep all my promises to me. I'm going to try. I'm probably not going to keep all my promises to you. I'm so sorry. I want to, right? But I'm not perfect. I'm going to make mistakes. And all people are like that. So grace and boundaries can absolutely lead us on that path. And let's see. I've got to be quick here. So what can I
Yes, because I've got to
live?
show a picture. They're wanting to see Maddie. So you finish. You finish.
Okay,
I'm
well,
gonna
I'm going
screen
to
share.
close with number eight so you guys can picture what five, six, seven were. Number eight was believe that good still exists. So, oh, that's my Maddie. So, good still exists in people, in our future, in our ability to handle what comes. So, if we can remind ourselves of that, it's so much easier to be trusting. So, there's our Maddie May, the favorite
And
puppy.
Andrea, look right here. It says, trust the process and let time and love do their work. What about that? What about that? Yeah, on this day. So just wanted to show you. Somebody asked. So there's her golden doodle. All right, Miss McCormick, it is your birthday. We hope you have the most amazing day ever. Here we go. Happy
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 birthday
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 to
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 you.
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 Happy
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 birthday
birthday,
to
birthday,
dear.
birthday,
you.
dear
Birthday,
Jamie.
Jamie.
Birthday,
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday,
to
many
happy birthday
you.
to
more.
Many,
Happy
many,
you.
many
To
a
many
lovely
more.
day.
Have a
More
beautiful day.
Love you
And
guys.
many
Great day,
more.
April.
Have a
Yes.
great day out there.
Great day, everybody.